Your gut produces about 50% of your body's dopamine. So if your gut is not fine, you'll have a lot of mood swings, low drive, anxiety, depression, and all that jazz. And if you think about it, there's a special nerve called the vagus nerve that shares a link between your stomach and your brain. So if you have bad gut issues, you will have a lot of those issues stem to your brain, and you just won't feel like doing anything, and your brain actually controls your willpower itself. And on that note, a personal story of mine was I was going through a lot of stress, a heavy workload, and I started getting a lot of brain fog, and I didn't know what was causing the issue. I also started getting a lot of bloating and burping, two common foods that I was already eating a lot. In this case, it would be mixing half and half with my coffee that all of a sudden wouldn't work for me, and I was just like very bloated after it. I tried taking honey, green tea, a lot of antacids, and a lot of those were temporary fixes, nothing permanent. It was the same cycle over and over again. The worst was the feeling of not feeling like doing anything, which is something no one really wants. You want to feel charged up for life. Otherwise, you'll feel very suicidal if you have a lot of gut issues. I did a lot of research on how I could fix this. I took a lot of programs and courses from coaches that specialize in treating gut issues. Without further ado, this is my 4-step protocol into fixing your gut. Step 1, seal your gut lining. There's this term called the leaky gut syndrome, which is where your gut has microscopic holes causing food particles to pass through and get into the blood system, causing skin issues, brain fog, or just in general have a lot of symptoms that should not be happening. And we need to seal your gut lining. The best way to do this is 2 specific things. The first one would be eating bone broth or collagen peptide in this case. You could cook bone broth, or you could also buy collagen peptide from the store, from Costco or anywhere. That will seal your gut lining and give you that barrier to protect your stomach. The second supplement would be vitamin D3. This supplement really helps in actually maintaining your gut barrier and calms inflammation, which is why when I fix my vitamin D levels, it also fixed a lot of my skin and gut issues overall. Step 2, remove any trigger food. You need to become a detective and figure out what specific food is causing your gut to be inflamed or have a lot of issues. For me, I found that was the half and half, and for whatever reason, that was something that I couldn't take anymore, but I can take in regular whole milk and everything would be fine. Once I cut that out, I realized that I wasn't getting a lot of the bloating that I had. So figure out what it is that's causing you to bloat. And you could do that by doing an elimination diet, like meaning once you stop taking something, you can see what is happening to your body, how's your body reacting. And that's probably an easy way to tell if something is actually causing harm than actually good. Step 3, reduce your stress. As we spoke about, the vagus nerve controls your stomach and your mind. If you're stressed a lot, you will feel your stomach rumbling or feeling very anxious. As you're getting more anxious, your stomach is also going to get more upset. It's part of that vagus nerve connection. The best way is to reduce stress in this case, and the 2 things that stick to my mind from the top would be grounding and being outside in nature more. So the first one that we're going to talk about is grounding. Grounding is when you actually go out and barefoot, you actually walk in the earth or actually barefoot on the grass. This will lower inflammation, and one of the things you can also do is buy a grounding mat for your bed or for when you're sitting down as you're sleeping for 8 hours. It will ground you, and you will see that your body will heal faster. It will reduce your inflammation overall, reduce your stress. And the other thing is like lifting or going to the gym or just walking. As you walk, you will connect with nature. You will disconnect from your day to day, and you'll actually process your information that you have in your brain. That will cause you to be calmer and reduce your stress, causing your stomach to fix itself and not have anxiety attacks. Step 4, resync your circadian rhythm. Everything in your body has a rhythm that it follows. Even your gut bacteria, everything follows a cycle. And you really need to respect that. You'll find that people who work night shifts or have odd hours, you'll see that almost all of them have some sort of gut issues. And the reason is they're not following the sun. They're not waking up with the sun and resting as the sun goes down. You want to wake up with the sun potentially by 6 a.m., 7 a.m. and be sleeping by 10:30 p.m. And that will actually sync your circadian rhythm. And it will actually cause the gut bacteria to be healed, to actually follow a cycle and not be confused. If you think this is wishy-washy, try it and you'll see it will improve a lot of your gut issues. If you find anyone with gut issues, ask them how their sleep is, what times they're sleeping. You might find they have very inconsistent sleep time or sleep schedule, and that actually causes a lot of the gut issues that we're talking about. With that said, fixing my gut was one of the most game changers. It reduced my anxiety, it reduced my depression. It allowed me to get my mind back, to actually think more clearly and focus. The 4-step protocol I shared will really help you in getting your gut back. And the most important thing to talk about is probably syncing your circadian rhythm. If you can start with that, everything else will follow. If you want to work one-on-one with me, feel free to join my skill community and share more details. Cheers.